Hi Megan, how you doing? Okay, I've got your business card, letterhead, and leave behind piece up. Let's start with the letterhead. The letterhead, excuse me, the letterhead looks pretty good. We've got the logo up top. Now, I just want you to notice a couple of things in the letterhead. There's some things that you're doing in the letterhead that are inconsistent in the business card. For example, you've got your brush logo, and then you've got your name and your title to the right of that. But in the business card, you've got that information underneath. So there's an inconsistency there, and that's one word you don't want to hear in your branding suite, and that's inconsistency. This stuff has got to be solidly consistent. A couple of other things that you're using, you've got this horizontal rule here and this big horizontal block at the bottom of your letterhead, but you're not using that anywhere else. So in branding, there's this kind of this unwritten rule that says if you're doing something once, don't do it at all. Either create a design element out of it or don't use it at all, but don't show it once. For example, if you're not going to use a horizontal rule in your leave behind or your business card, there's no reason to use it in your letterhead. Okay, now let's go to the business card over here, and we can see that you've got your logo center. As I said, you've got your address and your telephone, but I don't see a URL or an email address. So that's something that you might consider placing. Now let's go to the leave behind piece. Now the leave behind piece, I believe you said it's a card, three-dimensional skills, asymmetrical balance. Okay, so we've got the card here, but I'm not seeing this as a relevant piece to include in your branding suite for the simple fact that there's no branding here. In other words, let's say I interview Megan and I've got her letterhead and we look at her resume and it's on her letterhead and she's got her business card and I've got that stuff, and then Megan leaves the interview, okay, and then 15 minutes later, somebody knocks on my office door and says, oh, by the way, someone left this for you. So I open it up and this is what it is. And I go, oh, okay, there's no name here. There's no branding. There's no logo. I don't know who this is from. A, B, the person who did leave it is obviously trying to leave an additional branding piece, but isn't branding themselves correctly in that this would be immediately recognizable as an extension of the branding or some of the portfolio work that we had just looked at in the interview. Okay, I hope that makes sense. That's the main thing about branding, about your leave behind pieces. It's supposed to remind the person who interviewed you to remind them of you. Okay, did you see what I'm saying? So without your name and without logos and without some sort of a identifier here, then this piece would kind of probably be considered something that would not be relevant to your branding package. Okay, all right. My final comment is that whenever you're submitting PDFs and you have more than one, make a multi-page presentation. You can make a multi-page PDF as opposed to submitting separate PDFs. Very easy to do. You can do it right through Illustrator, or you can compile a multi-page presentation in Acrobat itself. Okay. All right. Megan, any questions? Give me a holler. Thank you.